Introduce to you Dr. Anade Shaver. She is the supervisor for college and career services here in Prince William County. Dr. Shaver.
Thank you so much, Ms. Boyd, and welcome families. Thank you so much for joining us for this special presentation. We're excited to have you here and hope that you will be able to walk away with some valuable information regarding the common application. And I'm going to turn it over to my wonderful colleague, Ms. Alyssa Bridges.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Alyssa Bridges, and I'm the Administrative Coordinator for College and Career Counseling Services. We also wanted to remind you that every high school has a college and career counselor who is a fantastic resource for you. And it's my pleasure to introduce you today to Ms. Jamia Tinney, who is the Director of Student Engagement Programs with the Common App. And so, Ms. Tinney, we're going to turn it over to you now, and we are so appreciative of your time and expertise this evening.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone. I hope you are well. I know that this has been a long day and you are settling in at home. And so I hope tonight that the information that I provide to you about the Common App is very helpful as you navigate these exciting next steps. As we journey towards our senior year, these are very exciting times, but these times also go very fast. And so it is so great that you can start the preparation now. As I was introduced by Ms. Bridges, my name is Jamia. I'll go by that for this evening, and I'm from the Common App, and I'm delighted to share with you. I'm going to jump right into the presentation and provide some information to you. And then from there, of course, I'll leave time at the end. If you have questions, please feel free to drop those questions in the chat, and we'll be sure to answer those questions. Here on the screen, you'll see all of my colleagues that I share the experience with every day of making sure that students across the world get to hear about the opportunities at Common App and the offers and services and resources that we offer to support students as they navigate the college admissions process. So you'll see a snapshot into who they are here on the screen. Let's talk a little bit about Common App. So maybe you came to this session tonight and you're like, hey, I don't know what that is. So let's go through it and start off. Common App is an online application platform. Through our platform, we have over 1,000 colleges that you can apply to, but you can also connect to financial aid resources as well as scholarships through our platform, as well as a myriad of resources to support you as you navigate the application process. Each year, over 1 million students apply to our application, over 1.1 million to be specific, apply. And I'd like to note this fun fact that 1/3 of the students that apply to our application are first generation. It is their first chance in their college. They are the first individuals representative of their families to take a stab at post-secondary education. And so it does not matter what walk of life, what journey you take, our platform is designed to support you in those efforts to make sure that whatever your post-secondary education goals are, we help you to realize those particular efforts. Here's a little snapshot into our membership. We have 1,074 member institutions, so that's colleges and universities around the world that are part of our application. 307 of those colleges are public state-funded institutions across the nation. 566, this is very key, don't charge an application fee. And for the others that do, we have an option that I'll talk about in just a second, a fee waiver that is available too, should you be eligible, to assist you in the process. These colleges come from 50 states, that's the US states, DC and Puerto Rico included. We're also represented in 18 countries outside the US with 56 international members. So as we journey and we talk about the process of actually navigating college admissions, there are lots of things that you will think about. You're a high school junior now, or you're a parent or guardian or family member supporting a high school junior who's journeying to their senior year. There are lots of questions that you're starting to ask yourself. What college am I interested in? Am I interested in a 2-year? Am I interested in a 4-year? Am I interested in a small school, a large school? Lots of questions come in. Oftentimes you will hear colleges by name, but maybe there's some colleges that maybe you have not heard of that may be the perfect fit for you. So we've developed the Reach Pathfinder. This Pathfinder is a guide, and we encourage you to take advantage of this guide. And I'll give you a QR code in just a moment. It's available in Spanish and English versions. But this particular Pathfinder is your guide to finding that perfect fit. So what does that mean? That means to think about beyond the name of an institution and to think about what are your needs that are designed to support you as you navigate post-secondary education. For example, when we think about a college, we should think about, hey, do they have the academic program? So I'm interested in engineering. What colleges am I interested in that are going to provide me the opportunity to pursue my interest in engineering? But then beyond that, let's look at the next layer to that. Once I get to a college and I say, hey, these 4 colleges are designed to help me pursue an engineering degree, but what type of internships, co-ops, research opportunities, what companies are they partnering with? So is it a career match for me? Can they match me with some type of post-secondary institution for graduate school to pursue a master's or a PhD? Or can they connect me with a company that I can have a job once I leave college? So is it a career match for me? Is there opportunity there? Is it a financial match for me? Thinking about the opportunities that I have with scholarships, or if I need to take other additional grants, other additional funding. Can I afford to attend this particular institution? Is it a financial match for me? Is it a personal match for me? Meaning, I'm interested in a smaller school because I want to make sure that my class sizes remain small. I'm used to having 15 to 20 people in the class, and I feel comfortable being able to connect with my professors in that way. Or maybe I can explore a large type of institution. I don't mind having 50 people in the class with me. Whatever the case may be, maybe I want a school that's in the city, or maybe I want a school that is maybe in a rural area. There are all types of institutions across this country, lots of questions to ask. And so this particular guide really takes you on a journey. We provide this resource with this detailed descriptions to describe terms that you're going to hear in the process and how you can make those decisions and formulate your list as you get down to creating or making that decision on the perfect fit for you. So here's the QR code that I promised. Hover your phone over this QR code. Again, it's available in English and Spanish. We encourage you to download and take advantage of that Pathfinder resource. I'll wait 30 seconds. All righty. So let's talk about approaching the application. So of course, this is a snapshot into our website, commonapp.org. And we'll go over a few things that I'd like to make sure that we highlight as we navigate the website. In the top right-hand corner, you see there are 2 options to create your account. And I'll talk about that more in just a moment. Or if you created your account, you would log in from that page. There's also Explore. When you explore, you're exploring using our Explore Colleges tool that I'll share with you in just a moment. And that's researching the colleges and universities that are members of our institution. And you can research using some of those filters that I just talked about in our previous conversation. And then planning. We have Paying for College resources. That's our scholarship and financial aid support resources. There are also other types of resources to support you, meaning checklists for how you can prepare for the application, easy ways to break down and support your essay writing, prompting questions that assist you with that. So lots of resources there that we'll kind of delve into in just a moment, but you can find those on the website, commonapp.org. So first, you want to create your account. You can start to create your account today. You can use the QR code at the bottom of the screen while we're on. It is a quick process to create your account. Of course, you will create a first-year student account, and then you would scan the QR code, select the account that represents you, first-year student, enter some simple personal information, and then you can start the process of exploring the site. That's selecting colleges that you want to add to your college list. That's exploring the other resources, financial aid, and other support resources that we offer for you. And I talked about earlier about there being 566 colleges that don't require an application fee. But I also noted that for those colleges that do, our Common App community, we offer a fee waiver. So these are some examples of your eligibility criteria. Of course, your counselor will go into the application and verify that you are eligible to receive a fee waiver, but you can apply using our fee waiver to any of our 1,074 members that we have inside the application. Another piece of the application that you're going to ask, and this is going to vary by member, but of course, there are some members that are going to require some standardized test scores. And so you want to research that in your My Colleges search. When you start to explore colleges, you can research that information to see, hey, who requires test scores? You can self-report those test scores inside the application. You want to determine what types of test scores that they're going to require. You also would send those officially via that testing agency, but you can also add that information in. And then also there's to look at the activity section. So this is the second part of the Common App application. You can report up to 10 activities. These activities are activities, experiences, community service, a various number of things that you can, arts and music, hobbies, sports, family obligations are very important. That establishes examples of responsibility and leadership in the home. There are work and volunteer opportunities and other things that you find meaningful in your experiences that you want to share with the colleges to which you are applying. I find this section very valuable because I think this is one of the key sections where institutions get to know who you are. So you want to think about this section very carefully. What are the 10 activities that you want to share with colleges and universities to give them a good scope of the work that you have done over your high school career that would impact their community? As you can see on the right-hand side, it's a snapshot into the activity section and the questions that they're asking, the activity type, leadership position, the amount of time that you have put into this activity, how many years did you complete the activity, and any other information that you're looking to provide over the course of the input of this activity. Then you have the writing section. That is the essay section. So we have 7 different essay prompts that you could choose from. We're not changing those for the next year, so you could get a head start. There's a resource I'll reference a little later on our website. It is an essay prompt resource, and we break down each of the questions. And each of those questions, we give you prompting questions to help you start to gather thoughts around each of those topics and information that you want to share. You can upload your essay content right from your Google Drive if you use that service, and there's a 650 word limit on those essays. And you'll see a snapshot into those 7 essay prompts noted here, including one that's a topic of the choice. So let's look at how to navigate the application. So remember, I talked about creating an account. So you create your first year student account. From creating your first year student account, you're going to do a snapshot and look inside your dashboard. Here's a snapshot inside the Common App account. As you can see the tabs across, you have your My Colleges tab. Those are the colleges that you have added to the application. So you've used our Explore Colleges tab, you use that college search tab that you see there, and you say, hey, I want to add these 4 colleges to my list because I'm looking to apply to these colleges. So you'll see those colleges listed there. The example that you note here, this student has added DePaul University, Indiana University Bloomington, and University of Maryland Eastern Shore. If you'll note here, you'll see where it says Jack Kent Cooke Foundation. That's a scholarship opportunity. So I want to reference, you see where it says financial aid resources. There are scholarships there. And those scholarships, you may be eligible for those scholarships and you may be looking to apply. You can also add those scholarships to your My Colleges tab so that you can know that you can go back and fill in the information that you need to complete for that particular scholarship. As you see, this is a snapshot inside Indiana University Bloomington. Inside that snapshot, you'll see their application deadlines. You can link to their virtual tour, their admissions website, You can find their contact information, but also on the left-hand side, you'll see application. This is any additional questions that that particular college is looking to ask you to complete for their institution. Also, you will need to complete the recommenders and FERPA section. So here, this particular college is requiring recommendation letters. Not all colleges require that. So you want to look at the section to see if they require that, how many recommendations. If they're specific, we'll talk about that in just a moment. If there's specific recommenders they're asking for, and you will complete that information and submit it. And that information, you will request those recommendations there. I'll explain that in just a moment. The FERPA is the release form that you will need to complete for each of the colleges that authorizes Common App to release your information to that member college. If you don't complete that, we are unable to release your information because it's your information and we protect it and take and hold it very seriously. So you will complete that FERPA form. Then you will review and submit that information, the Common App information as well, to go along with your application. And then here you'll see in the next section, it says writing supplement under this particular college. That means they may be asking you additional writing pieces that you need to complete, meaning they may have additional writing questions that you short answer, or maybe additional essay that they're asking you to complete there. But that information would be listed there and you can submit your writing supplement to this particular institution. So, and you want to invite individuals to the application. Now, if the school navigates in any way Naviance, this process, the recommendation process, happens inside of Naviance. Outside of that, for those who you're inviting outside, meaning maybe you're inviting a employer, maybe you have a high school job, or maybe you're inviting a clergy, and I'll get into the recommender types in just a moment. You want to invite them to the application here. You see the information that you fill out. It sends them the invitation. They will go into their own system, complete the recommendation, and it will be connected to your application. Here are the recommender types that I just hinted on. First, you have your counselor. Of course, that's your central individual who is going to complete any school forms. They're going to be able to submit any transcripts on your behalf to those member colleges. They'll write recommendation letters. 40% of our members require recommendation from the counselor. And they can also, with your approval, you have to give them access, can view your completion progress and have a PDF copy of your application to each college. And then you have a teacher. A teacher can complete a teacher evaluation. They can write a recommendation letter. 34% of our members require a teacher evaluation. Again, no school requires more than 2 recommendations, so you can just check to see if there's special types they require, or there may be cases where the school does not require recommendation letters. And I hinted on that you could invite other recommenders to the application. That could be a coach, that could be an employer, as I noted, clergy, that could be a peer, it could be an extracurricular activity outside of school, like an arts teacher or a dance teacher, depending upon the activities that you're engaging in. And then lastly, there's an advisor type. You can invite up to 3 advisors to your application. These are people that may be supporting you. So a mentor or someone who is supporting you as you navigate the college admissions process. You can invite them. They're not going to be submitting any information, but they can also view with your authorization a copy of your PDF copy of your application, as well as monitor your completion progress. So there's lots of opportunities to support you in there, and then you would submit those recommendations as needed. So let's talk about some tools you can use. Did I hear a voice?
Yes, it's me.
Oh,
May I
please.
share just one brief point as well?
Absolutely.
In Prince William County Public Schools, we use Naviance. And so a part of your Common App steps is to connect your Common Application senior year with Naviance. And that is how we will send transcripts, and your counselors and teachers will send letters through Naviance that's connected to your Common Application. So I just wanted to let you know that you will learn more about that your senior year. And so that college application itself will open up in August. But I know Ms. Jamia is going to share more with you about that, but wanted to make sure that you knew that we will use Naviance for this, your internal school-based letters of recommendation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I always like to hint on that later and then allow the schools to come in. So thank you so much for adding that information again. So that process can vary. So if you're doing internal recommendation, so that's a school, teacher, all of those types of things, you want to do that through Naviance. Again, the system you can use for outside, that's clergy, that's employers, that's all of those individuals. Our application, again, opens on August 1, and then you can be able to connect that information. And we'll talk about that account rollover and all that in just a moment. I'll hint on that. Let's talk about some tools that you can use. So I talked a lot about the commonapp.org website. Just know we also have a mobile app. So you can have the same experience inside a mobile app. You can download our Common App mobile app. You can visit your application there. You can upload documents there. You can check your application status as well inside the mobile app. It is a secure, streamlined application experience. So don't have any hesitation that if you're on the go and you need to have a communication with advisor, as I noted, that you might add to the application, or if you're talking to your counselor on the go, a teacher, or whoever, you can use that mobile app and access your application, even if you're away from your laptop or computer at the time. Also, a couple of things to note here. I'd like to take us on a journey up our YouTube page. It's Common App Media. So make sure that you visit that YouTube page and subscribe to us. Again, it's Common App Media. Subscribe to our YouTube page. We have a few resources there. So our application opens on August 1, as I noted. When the application opens on August 1, oftentimes we'll take a look at, as we have done this year, at the resources that we provide to students to support them to navigate our application. This year, we have a myriad of videos that you can use. These videos will remain there on our website. Our Common App walkthrough for first-year students. So when you're ready to walk through your application, if you want a step-by-step guide, my colleague Amani, who you might remember from the first screen that you saw when I introduced the student team at Common App, he does a video and walks through the entire first year application step by step so that you're able to get a guide on how you will complete each section. When we talked about the activity section, the essay section, the Common App section of information, as well as navigating member-specific needs. Also, we break down the essay prompts. I referenced a resource, a PDF resource, but we also have a video that my colleagues Jen and Emma created that they break down each essay prompt to as well, provide prompting questions and discussion points that will help guide you as you gather your essays. I would encourage you, you have time now, think about a plan for the summertime that you want to start navigating, putting together drafts of your essays so that when you come back and you're talking to your counselor, they could be surprised that you're ready to go. You're ready to have them to assist you with reviewing and looking at that. And even start now, as you're ending the spring term, you could start to think about what essay prompts that you want to take advantage of, especially on the Common App side. They're not changing, so you can go ahead and start taking advantage of those resources and putting a plan together. Also, there are lots of questions that come along in the process. So if you have questions, we have a frequently asked section there. Also a video that we provide. Also, my colleague Brian, it's not a picture note on here, but this year he also released an activities video, activities section video. So if you want more insight into how to build your activities section, he has a great video there that would support you in those efforts as well. So again, don't forget to go to YouTube, subscribe to our page, and take advantage of those resources. Over the summer, and you'll receive this email very soon because I'm anticipating that you are a high school junior now, you're creating your account, you're going to receive a message from Common App very soon that says, hey, take these steps to roll over your account for your senior year. So you want to look out for communications for Common App when it's time to roll over your account. What does that mean? That means you're rolling over your information to prepare it ready as a senior account so that when August 1 opens, you'll be able to complete your application. Now, you're not going to be rolling over any information that you might complete on the Common App side. You're going to be rolling over your demographic information and other things and your search options. So if you add a college to your list, we'll be able to see that as well. But make sure that you look out for that communication. It's very important. We'll remind you several times throughout the summer, but you want to make sure as a junior that you roll over your account so that it's ready for August 1. We also have a mentorship opportunity inside the application. So if you go under the financial aid section in your Common App account, it will offer you the option of if you want to connect with a virtual mentorship. We connected with a partner organization, UStrive. They provide free mentorship to students, and you can see some of the things that they provide. It's one-on-one mentoring. They help you apply to colleges, create time management, look for financial aid resources. They encourage you and to talk about like career goals, preparing for internships and other things that you might be pursuing. Again, it's a free resource. You can find it in the financial aid section of your Common App account. So as you open up in August 1, if you want to take advantage of that resource, you would just go to that financial aid section. It's near the fee waivers, and you can check that, yes, I would like a UStrive virtual mentor. Also, I've talked about financial aid and scholarship resources on our Pan for College page. As you can see, we offer a lot of resources digitally to support you as you complete the FAFSA. We know that you may have been hearing from your colleagues who may be seniors this year, that they may have experienced some challenges as we navigate the new FAFSA that's coming out. But we hope that challenge does not happen for you, that by the time October 1 comes, that you will have a perfect experience. We're going to cross our fingers that that happens for you. And so in that, Common App is releasing resources to support you. We've connected with our colleagues at Benefits Data Trust that connect with Wyatt. That's a texting tool to support you with free FAFSA digital advising. We also connect, of course, with FSA's YouTube page where they have lots of how-to videos there, as well as on our YouTube page currently this year. We've done 2 webinars. We've done one that gives you an overview of the Better FAFSA. You can go and watch that. Just last week, we did a video on how to navigate award letters as you receive award letters from colleges, how to navigate that. We've partnered with our colleagues at UAspire. And then coming up on May 15th, which is designed just for you, May 15th is free. It'll be live on our YouTube page at 6 p.m. We're going to be having a webinar for Affording College 101. That is designed to support current high school juniors that are navigating to their senior year. We're going to be breaking down the key tenets of financial aid, things that you need to do to be ready for next year as you navigate that particular process. So I encourage you to join us on May 15th, 6 p.m. on our YouTube page, Common App Media, for that particular session. Also, we have some other resources, planning resources, college roadmaps, family resources of support as well. We also offer Common App Ready resources. That means we talk about a dictionary, so breaking down the terms that you're going to find in the application. Again, telling your story, that's the essay tool that we find. So if you go to commonapp.org/ready, you'll find these resources. We break down how to work with recommenders and advisors to request what you need for your application, and how to get started on your application. What are the things that you need in order to get started and complete the Common App application? We also offer 24/7 support. So we have a Student Solutions Center. You'll see those email addresses there, appsupport.commonapp.org, recsupport.commonapp.org, those for recommenders and advisors. The first one, app support, is for the user. You can find our FAQ, which answers a lot of questions that you may have, but we are available 24/7. You'll see our chat bot there. You can also send a request to us if you're having an issue with your specific account. You can contact us, and our team will be available to assist you with those efforts. To connect with us. So I've mentioned our YouTube page, but I also like to highlight that we are on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, TikTok, as well as YouTube in multiple ways. So we encourage you to follow us and to keep up with us. And we share lots of information and journey as you navigate the process. This year, we've done a full campaign around affordability to help you give key steps as you navigate the new FAFSA scholarships, as well as we do traditional campaigns. And each month, we're looking at what part of the application process are students navigating and how can we support and provide resources, talk to members, organizations, and other individuals who can help students have the answers that they need to navigate those next steps. We know that the application process can be tedious. There are lots of steps to complete. So we like to support you in helping you to simplify that particular process. So here's a way to contact us afterwards, appsupport@common-app.net. Again, we're available 24/7, 365. So please feel free to reach out to us should you need us. And that concludes my part of sharing, but I'll stop here and take a look at any questions that you may have, and I'm happy to answer those. So any questions in the chat that you all have seen? I don't see so far.
No, Jamia, thank you so much. We've just been putting some information that we also have on our Prince William County website with resources and information for our families. And I just posted a link with a directory of our college and career counselors that are available at all of our high schools that Ms. Bridges had shared. So that has a directory with their names and which schools they're at.
And I would add, if there are any current seniors, I did get a message in the chat. You might be awaiting some answers from some institutions. You might also be waiting on financial aid packages, and we know there's been a delay with that. Students, it's always important to check your email and your accounts with the colleges to see if they have emailed and corresponded with you about your admissions. Much of that information comes electronically. Ms. Shamia, do you have any insight on like recommendations on helping students kind of stay connected to their institutions after they apply?
Yeah, so we encourage students to make sure that you are getting that account information. So let's talk about a couple of things of what happens. When a student applies through Common App, oftentimes the college will send them a confirmation email, let them know, hey, there's a portal that we've created for you to navigate your next steps. One of the things that's very, very important is that you read that confirmation email. If there's a portal available, those colleges will navigate and provide that login information at that time. So you want to set up your portal account. Oftentimes you can find out your decision, key information, navigate next steps like confirming enrollment, and those types of things in that particular institutional portal account. If there's an institution that does not provide that, generally they will send an email or post that information on their admissions website. So you can connect to those colleges that are inside our application. You can go back to your My Colleges account. While you won't be able to make any revisions to your application, you can still click on the links to their admission sites. Oftentimes you can find those key next steps that you need, whether it's logging into their portals or whether it is actually navigating their website to find that key information.
Jamia, we had a question that came in the chat. Where would you upload a music resume or portfolio in the Common App?
That's a great question. We actually don't do any type of portfolio uploads inside the Common App. Those would actually have to be sent directly to the institution. I will note though, if there's extra context, I remember talking about the activity. So I talked about you can add up to 10 activities, but you might say, hey, I have some additional information that I want to provide. There is an additional information section where you can provide any additional context and information that you would like that institution to know about you that would enhance your application. So check out that section for that information. But as it relates to portfolios, just send those directly over to the institution to make sure they receive those. And I included a couple of links. I included, of course, a link to our main site. I also included a link to that Pathfinder Fit resource that I referenced earlier. You can click there and get that information. I see a question about the presentation slides. The information that we provide on the presentation slides is in that video that I noted with my colleague Amani. So if you go to our YouTube page, Common App Media, you click on that first year video that Amani provides, that information is directly inside the application. We created that video tutorial to support any type of resources that we have out.
Jimmy, another question. Can parents log into the Common App with their own account?
The Common App is directly for students. So it's only for the student that would be able to log in.
And then another question, does the Common App allow you to apply for early decision, or does that need to be done through the school directly?
The Common App does allow you to apply for early decision. So colleges can use the different decision types that they provide. So it may be early decision, which is typically a binding decision type, early action, which is non-binding, but there may be some scholarship implications that go along with applying during that period, as well as regular decision. So depending upon each individual member, they will have their individual decision types, and you can apply to the Common App, to that institution rather, through the Common App. Via that decision type. So that's why it's important to get your list together, add those colleges to your My Colleges list so you can research the different decision types they have, set your calendar to make sure you're applying into those individual colleges based on the choice that you make on decision type.
Are there any final questions for this evening?
Yeah, there's one that we have for a family. They've been using a specific email address for college communication that is not the student email. We would set up the Common App with the Prince William County email or the one we've been using. Not sure, since it's not, it has to connect to Naviance, right?
That's correct. So I want to make sure that I highlight that, pull it
Yes.
out my note to make sure. Please make sure that you use your personal email account. That's examples, Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail, all of those things. I don't even know who used iCloud. All of those email type of accounts. Do not use your school account, because school accounts will expire once you graduate from that institution. And oftentimes students have access issues after that as well, because they need to log into that information. So make sure to use your personal account. This makes me, I had my sticky note, and this reminds me that I need to make sure I go through it. Don't forget about the Naviance Common App integration. Remember, August 1, you can link that information. Those are things I wanted to leave you with. Use your personal school email. Remember, any school-based recommendations will come through Naviance. Any outside, you can use the tool inside Common App. All right, I'm gonna make sure I go through that while I'm thinking about it.
And I just want to bring some peace as well and know that there is a lot of information and it's a big process, and you are not alone in this process. So we are giving you, this is a head start, really like this jump start to working through the Common App and knowing that you can work on your profile part of Common App for now. And then in August, you can, as a student, turn that in application over to your college application. So now is the time for you to get some of those details done and out of the way. And you can start looking at some of the essay prompts. I know that many students are working on college essays right now, even in English class, and you will do that again next year. So there are a lot of resources that are built in place that students have to do as they progress through school, and helps them be prepared to take these steps, as well as our college and career counselors are meeting with seniors. Every senior will meet with your school counselor at the beginning of the year. And that typically starts in September of your senior year. And you will meet with your school counselor and you can meet with your college and career counselor. There will be many workshops to walk you along this process, and we will have more financial aid sessions as well and hands-on help for the FAFSA. So we are here to help guide you through that process. You are not alone, and please reach out to your college and career counselor. I see we have another message. If
About
it's
creating a new email address. I find that students do this often. They create an email address just for their college information. There is nothing wrong with that. If you want to create an account just for your college information and make sure you don't miss anything, I think that's a great thing. I think that that's something I should have thought about when I was applying to college. So definitely encourage you to do that. To link to what Ms. Bridges said, make sure that when the email comes out, when it's time to roll over that account of the information that you've been working on in your Common App, don't forget to complete those next steps to roll over your account. I want to make sure. That's probably the third time I said that, because that's a very, very important step as you journey into your senior. And if there's seniors here, we're still supporting you. So please know you are not alone. If you reach out to the Common App, follow us on social media. We're still doing a lot around supporting you, making sure that you complete the next step. So we encourage you to please connect with us. And there's applications still open. So if you're still looking for a choice or you're still looking for a need, visit the Common App. We have some applications, some schools and members that would love to have you, and they still have applications open. So wanted to make sure I say that too as well.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jamia. We appreciate you, your expertise, and your time. Thank you, everyone, for joining today. Dr. Shaver, was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I just wanted to thank everyone for joining us this evening, and to know that Prince William County Public Schools, we are here to support you, the student, as well as families in this process. As Ms. Bridges said, you are not alone. We have many very skilled, knowledgeable individuals to help support you. We have resources, workshops. Our College and Career Readiness website has lots of information that you can take a look at to help guide you through this process. And Ms. Tenney, we are so grateful for your partnership and collaboration with us today to share this information. And you all have her information as well. We have shared the information about Common App in the chat, and you all will get a copy of this presentation and this resource as well to help you. So just know we are here. We are on this journey alongside you and with you, and are just so excited for the future that our students have as they get ready to embark on the next chapter in their lives to launch their thriving future. So thank you for joining us.
Everyone for joining us. We have put the survey link in the chat. We would like of course, your feedback. And as Dr. Shaver and Ms. Bridges said, we'll continue to have informational sessions for you to finish out the year, and of course for the upcoming year as well, so that we can help support you in the process. I will be sending a follow-up email to all registrants that will include the PowerPoint presentation for today. It'll include the recording as well as contact information and any resources that were placed in the chat today, so that you have them there for future reference. Thank you everyone again for joining us, and you guys have a wonderful evening.